You taped a neon sticker to my door that says trip hazard, improper outdoor electrical, sidewalk obstruction, because I ran an orange extension cord from my garage to my car 2 nights in a row, and now the neighborhood thread reads like I booby-trapped the block for strollers? Let's take a breath. I'm Officer Rivera. I'm here because the HOA logged 3 calls. A late-night cord across the public sidewalk to your curb-parked EV, a neighbor tripping when the cord popped out from a rubber mat, and a photo of your car charging under a closed garage door with the cable pinched. I'm not here to shame you for driving electric. I'm here to keep this calm and walk you through what the rules actually require. No cords in walkways, no pinched conductors, no ad hoc power strips in the rain, and how to set up safe, code-compliant charging without turning your driveway into a hazard course. Calm would have been a card that said, "Don't cross the sidewalk." Use a dedicated circuit. Cord must stay on your property under a proper protector. And park the car in the driveway while charging, not a sticker. That made me Google whether I committed a felony for owning an orange cable. The calls list 4 specifics, and I'll say them plainly, so nobody spins this. First, at 10:47 p.m., your extension cord ran from a GFCI in the garage, under the garage door, across your front walk, and over the city sidewalk to the curb. Second, your neighbor caught their toe where the mat lifted at the seam and stumbled. No injury, but enough to spook them. Third, a drizzle picked up and droplets sat in the cord reel next to your tire. Fourth, your HOA architectural rules require an approved charging method if any conductor is visible from the street. None of that means no charging. It means charge without crossing the pedestrian path, without pinching a cord under a door, and with protection that lives on your property, not the city strip. I park on the street because my garage is full of bikes and boxes. The driveway is short. If I pull in, the bumper kisses the sidewalk and the bay door can't close. I have to charge somehow. You can charge, just not by turning the sidewalk into a cable bridge. There are 3 legal paths. First, clear enough space to charge in your driveway with the cable staying fully inside your property line and protected in purpose-built cable channels, not generic mats. Second, add a dedicated hard-mounted level 2 EVs on a permitted circuit so there's no household extension cords and no pinch points. Third, if the driveway length truly can't fit the car, you charge at a public station or at work until you complete the small garage clean-out that buys you the 5 feet you need. The rule is simple. Pedestrians get a clean sidewalk every hour of every day. My neighbor's coming down the walk. She's the one who tripped. Please don't make this a courtroom on my stoop. 20 seconds, then we keep solving. Please. Short update. Charging stays, but cords never cross the sidewalk. Tonight we'll move the car fully into the driveway, keep every inch of cable on your property, add a proper outdoor rated protector that doesn't lift, and schedule a quick architectural request for a wall-mounted charger on a dedicated circuit. No pinched cords under doors, no mats on city concrete. If you ever see a cable near the walk, text me and I'll kill the charge immediately. That's literally all I wanted last night. No surprise rope under my stroller wheels at midnight. Understood. Okay. Teach me like I'm 5. What's actually wrong with an orange cord if it's from a GFCI? Household extension cords aren't designed for continuous high current in weather, especially when run under doors or across rough surfaces. EVs draw for hours, heat builds, resistance rises at every connector, and a pinch under a door crushes insulation. A GFCI helps with ground faults, not heat or trip hazards. Also, the sidewalk is not part of your lot. You can't claim it with a cable because you need electrons. So I need a level 2 unit on the wall. I rent. Am I allowed to mount things? Your HOA requires an architectural request for visible equipment. As a renter, you also need your owner's permission, but there's an easy path. A surface-mounted EVs on your garage wall, conduit neatly run, breaker size to the car's draw, and the cable managed on a hook so it never drapes across the floor. If wall mounting is impossible, a pedestal on your slab just inside the garage line works. Still on your property, still neat, still no crossing the walk. I can file a request. Tonight, though, I need 10% battery for work. If I pull in nose first, the bumper sits 2 inches over the sidewalk joint. Is that a technical foul or a just this once? It's a foul. Sidewalks have to remain clear for strollers, wheelchairs, and anyone walking in the dark. 2 inches is all it takes to scrape a wheelchair footplate or send a toddler flying. The immediate fix is back in at a diagonal if your driveway allows so the nose clears the walk, or temporarily park in your assigned space if your community has them and run the cable on your property only. If neither works safely, you use a public charger this one night while you clear 2 rows of boxes. I'm not here to micromanage your garage. I'm keeping the walkway safe. What about those yellow rubber ramps with a channel? If the cord sits in the channel, isn't the sidewalk safe? Those are for private work sites or inside your property line. On a public sidewalk, they still create a trip edge and they're not allowed. Inside your property, along your front walk, a low-profile, purpose-built protector can work if it doesn't create a lip and you're not routing in a way that forces visitors to step over it. But the sidewalk by the curb, off-limits. The simplest truth, cable never touches city concrete. I saw a neighbor thread say, just close the garage on the cable a little. Was that the pinch photo? Exactly. Doors crush cords even if you think it's a soft kiss. A crushed jacket can arc or get hot over the hours in EV charges. And it looks bad. People see cord under door and complain before they ask. A wall-mounted charger with a pass-through grommet or a tidy gap protector keeps the seal intact and the cable unpinched. I don't want to be the villain of the week. Give me a 5-step plan that survives rain and the app. Tonight, move the car entirely on your slab or skip home charging and hit the public station. Coil the orange cord. It retires from EV duty. Tomorrow, file the ARC request for a wall-mounted level 2 on a dedicated breaker with tidy conduit and add a 1-page diagram showing the cable path staying inside your line. This weekend, clean the front 4 feet of garage depth so the nose sits clear of the sidewalk. Mount a cable keeper hook so nothing snakes across the floor. Label the breaker. Next week, schedule a licensed electrician to pull the permit, set the EVSE, test the GFCI, AFCI where required, and document the installation. Ongoing. Charge with the car in your driveway or garage only. No curb charging. No cords across any path. My neighbor is calmer, but I can tell she wants a sentence she can post that ends the lecture loop. Try this. We installed a wall charger on a dedicated circuit. The car charges only in our driveway with the cable on our property. No cords cross any sidewalk ever. If you see something off, text me and I'll shut it down immediately. People relax when rules get that specific. What about rain? My garage drips under the door when wind kicks up. Your EVSU should be outdoor rated even if it's inside the garage near the opening. Keep the cable and connector off standing water, hang it on the hook, and avoid charging during a flooded floor moment. The equipment is designed for wet locations, but puddles plus plugs equal drama. A simple door sweep upgrade keeps wind-driven rain from puddling against the cord. I saw someone on YouTube running a window-through cable out a cracked window. That legal? Same pinch problem, plus you compromise your security and weather seal. The HOA can't approve a setup that depends on crack a window and hope. The whole point is a permanent, safe solution that doesn't rely on careful habits at midnight. How do I show the board that I'm not gaming the rules? I don't want a fine that eats my KWR savings. You upload 3 things the day the electrician is scheduled: the permit number or work order, a photo of the proposed mounting spot with a tape measure to show height and setback, and a simple sketch with arrows. Car here. Cable path here. Sidewalk clear. After the install, you upload a photo set. EVs on wall, conduit neat, breaker labeled. Car in driveway, charging with cable coiled, sidewalk out front clear. 1 sentence in the portal. No cords cross any walkway. Charging on dedicated circuit only. I mark your case in progress. No fines tonight if you commit to no more curb charging. I mark resolved, compliant when the install photos land. What if the electrician says my panel is full? Do I give up? You have options. A load management device that safely shares a breaker with another large appliance, a panel upgrade if your house needs one eventually, or a level 1 dedicated receptacle on its own circuit in the garage that's slow but safe until you upgrade. The key is dedicated and inside your line, not multi-tap power strip with rain sprinkles. My driveway is short, like I said. If I pull in, the rear hangs near the sidewalk. Is that a code thing or a courtesy thing? Both. You can't block any portion of the sidewalk. The fix isn't theoretical. Clear 4 feet of garage depth and you'll gain the clearance. Most people reclaim that space in one afternoon by stacking bins on a shelf and rolling bikes against the side wall. If you need help, ask a friend for a 2-hour sprint. The cost of a tow or a fine is way higher than a pizza for a helper. Can we talk about cable guards on my walkway from the porch to the driveway? Delivery folks sometimes step on the cable even when it's only on my slab. On your private walk, use a low-profile, purpose-built protector rated for outdoor foot traffic, and keep the channel oriented parallel to the flow so nobody steps across a bump. The moment the guard would touch the public sidewalk, stop. Also, stow the cable between charges. Don't leave it sprawled across any walking path. Think out, use, back on hook. What about guests with EVs on holidays? I don't want them sneaking cords. You add a one-liner to your house rules. EV charging is available only in our driveway using the wall unit. No cords across sidewalks or lawn. Ask us for the cable hook. Do not charge at the curb. If your driveway will be full, point them to the nearest public station with a pin and stop the improvisation before it begins. My neighbor's friend said the HOA wants everything to be invisible from the street. Is a wall box a problem aesthetically? Your ARC likes neat and neutral. A small gray or black EVs, conduit painted to match the wall, cable loop tidy on a hook, and no spaghetti. If the garage is set back, the unit is barely visible with the door open. Some residents add a short privacy screen just inside, but your setup won't need it if it's clean. The point is order, not pretend nobody owns a car. Edge cases, brownout or a tripped breaker at 1 a.m., and I'm at 8%. Do I get a pass for a sidewalk cord just for 2 hours? No. The rule doesn't bend at 1 a.m. because that's when visibility is worst and injuries get spooky. You either charge at a public station or you wait until morning after you've cleared the garage by a few feet and can park fully on your slab. I hate that I'm asking this, but what if someone steals my portable EVs if I leave the garage door cracked? Another reason to avoid door crack charging. Wall mount and close the door. If you ever have to charge with the door up on hot nights, stay present and keep the cable well within the garage threshold so nothing invites a grab. But the goal is a closed door, a dedicated charger, and a cable that lives on a hook. Talk to me about insurance. If someone had actually fallen last night, would I have been on the hook? Likely yes. The sidewalk is public, but you introduced the hazard. The HOA doesn't want that claim on your file or theirs. That's why the sticker reads scary. It's trying to prevent exactly that midnight scene. Okay, I'll clear space tonight. What do you want in the portal right now so the sticker goes away while I do adult Tetris with boxes? A short note. Charging paused. No cords will cross sidewalks. Scheduling permitted wall-mounted EVs. Car will charge only in driveway with cable on private property. Add a photo of the orange cord coiled and put away, and a photo of the driveway empty with a piece of chalk marking the property line so it's clear you understand the boundary. I'll mark in progress. No fines now. When the EVs is installed, upload 3 photos and I'll mark resolved compliant. Can I get a single sentence for the neighbors so they don't keep guessing my life? Try. We're switching to a wall charger. No cords will ever cross the sidewalk. If you see anything sketchy, DM me and I'll shut it off immediately. It gives people permission to solve, not scold. An hour later, the garage coughs up 2 bikes to a wall hook, a shelf swallows 3 bins, a diagonal back-end leaves the bumper clear of the sidewalk. The orange cord is coiled in a tote. The neighbor with the stroller passes without lifting a wheel. A soft thanks floats from the curb and the tension falls like a held breath. The porch camera catches nothing but quiet concrete where a bright stripe used to be. Before I order anything, say the specs so I don't blow this on the purchase page. Look for a UL-listed Level 2 240V EVC, 40 amps if your car and panel support it, otherwise 32 amps is plenty. A hardwired unit is cleaner than a plug-in where allowed. NEMA 3R or 4 weather enclosure rating. Built-in GFCI per code. Cable length that reaches your charge port with a clean loop, often 18 to 25 feet, and a cable hook plus nozzle holster to keep the connector off the floor. Ask the electrician to install a dedicated breaker sized to 125% of continuous load. Label it. If you ever upgrade cars, the same unit will likely keep up. I'll do that. I'm not looking to fight with anyone. I'm trying to get to work. And your neighbors are trying to get to tomorrow without tripping in the dark. Those goals are not enemies. They just needed a cable off the sidewalk. For anyone watching later, this didn't end with a lecture about technology or a ban on charging. We kept charging but moved it fully onto private property, killed the idea of cords on public walkways, retired the household extension cord and the pinched door trick, filed a quick request for a permitted wall charger on a dedicated circuit, cleared a few feet of garage depth so the bumper clears the sidewalk, and promised the block that if a cable ever creeps toward the walk, a text shuts it down in minutes. The EV fills up, the stroller rolls flat, and the sticker comes off. Say it clean for the close. Here it is. Tell me in the comments, what's the fairest neighborhood rule? Absolute no cords across sidewalks, ever? Or case-by-case allowances with approved cable channels on private walks? Should HOAs require permitted wall-mounted Level 2 chargers for any regular home charging? Or is a dedicated Level 1 on its own circuit enough if the cable never leaves your slab? What actually keeps peace on your block? Clean cable management with driveway-only charging, public charger nights when you can't clear space, or fines that kick in the first time a cord touches city concrete? Drop your playbook so batteries fill and sidewalks stay safe.